Hi, I just wanted to create a video for everyone. First, I just wanted to pop on here and say welcome. I am so excited about our team this year. We have worked hard hiring and making decisions about where to put new teachers and even some old returning teachers. I hope you all had a wonderful summer break. We have been working this summer tirelessly, placing students where they need to be, getting the building ready, and just getting ready for you guys to come back. I know that you are working in your classrooms, creating things, making things, and so I wanted to come on here and just introduce the huge thing that I know that we fear and that we have a lot of questions about, and that is observations and walkthroughs. So while you are getting your classrooms together and learning who your students are, I want you to keep in mind some things that will be happening more often than they did last year. So I just want to first say that walkthroughs are designed to support growth, collaboration, and student success. I want you to focus on the coaching and the continuous improvements that we are wanting to make this year, okay? I don't want this to be a scary thing for anybody. This is our admin team, me and our APs. We just want to support you. Our reading coaches, our math coaches, interventionists, we just want to support you in the best way that we can. And so we have been talking a lot this summer about what those things are going to look like for new teachers, old teachers, and just how we can best support you. And we can't do that if we're not seeing what's going on inside of your classroom. So basically, the objectives of our walkthroughs this year. We want to support instructional growth. That is huge. We want to move our school. We want to get the data. We want to provide coaching and identify strengths and weaknesses within your classroom and where we can grow. And you might not need growth, and that's wonderful and that's great. But we need to see that you don't need that growth. We want to monitor student learning, observe student engagement. Are all these things going on within your classroom? We want to ensure that we are aligning our standards and our curriculum. We know that sometimes we have things in our curriculum that do not match our standards, and vice versa. We don't have this in our curriculum. So we just want to make sure that we can support you in those areas as much as possible, and that our math and our reading coaches can identify those gaps. And again, we can't do that if we are not working with you guys simultaneously. We want to strengthen our school culture. We really want to build relationships with you guys. I don't want anyone to ever feel unsupported. Obviously, there are more teachers than there are admin, and I get that, but we want to support you in the best way we can. And then what that walkthrough process is probably going to look like, it can either be a 5-10 minute short classroom visit. If you guys are doing centers, or you guys are reading or doing independent work, I might come and sit with some of your students. I might just watch you teach a lesson, not even the whole lesson. I want to pop in and pop out and make myself known, as well as so do the other admin. We want to collect instructional evidence. We want to be able to say, oh, I know Miss Smith is teaching to the standards because she taught this today and it reflects her lesson plans. And in a world of teaching, sometimes you have to pivot, and we want to see you guys pivoting. Maybe you're not teaching the lesson that you turned into the lesson plan. That's okay. I want to see how you're pivoting, how you're, but that's what teaching is. It's ever changing. Sometimes what we plan, actually, let me rephrase that. Normally, what we plan 90% of the time is not what we're gonna do. We have to match the needs of the students and not the needs of the lesson plans or whatever it may be. We want to also make sure that you get feedback. We want to give you good feedback, and if you're not getting good feedback, we want to give you areas of growth. I don't want anybody to think that it's not good feedback. We just want to provide strength and support to you. And then we want to offer follow-up support. If there's something that you may need to work on, let's figure out what it is. You may be golden and amazing in math, but need a little bit of support in reading or ELA or science, whatever it may be. The frequency of these walkthroughs, they will be consistent throughout the year. Our goal is to make a weekly or every other week classroom present, okay? Most visits will be uninformed or informal and unannounced. But again, the purpose of this is to see authentic teaching and learning. If we tell your kids, hey, we're coming, they might totally change their behavior. If you have a child that is having behavior issues, we're not going to see that behavior if we're telling them that we're coming. So yes, thank you for understanding. But that's kind of what we need. But I don't want these to be scary and these to cause any type of anxiety. My expectations, what teachers and students can expect from me. I want to be quiet when I come in, minimal disruption. Maybe hello, hi, but I don't want to disengage the students. I expect teachers to just continue naturally. Don't stop on my account. Maintain your routines and your procedures. Focus on your students. And then what I'm going to expect from the students is that they're staying engaged and learning. So feedback expectations, the type of data that will be collected, kind of just what I went over: student engagement, standards alignment, classroom environment, all those things. We also want to make sure that we're differentiating, and we are, like I said, pivoting if we need to do that. Communication and feedback. I'm not going to make you wait a week or a couple days. I want to follow up as soon as possible, whether that's a little sticky note in your box or passing you in the hall, hey, really great lesson, loved your student engagement, or hey, let's talk, on your break about what we can do, that kind of thing. We're going to use Google Form and Google Sheets to kind of track these things. It will be just shared between you and I, or no one else will have access to yours. Let's see. Whether this engagement is positive or negative, let's look at it as professional growth. We want to grow in our conversations and what we're doing. This, again, is about growth, not perfection. I don't want to see you be perfect every time, because if you're perfect every time, I'm going to think, that's not real life. I was a teacher not long ago, and that's not real life. So yes, I want to just remind you guys that by working together, staying reflective, and focusing on student success, we can continue building a great culture and learning environment. And it's about the students, not about your teaching. So thank you so much. Let me know if you have any questions.